GTTV's adventure through Halo 4 continues. I am now here with Mr. Halo himself, Frank O'Connor. You are the keeper of the Halo canon here at 343.
One of them, yes.
Well, you know everything about the universe, and it's important to have you here because now we're going to get into the third mission of the game, Forerunner, and this is where we're going to meet two new enemies, really, but we're going to start with the Prometheans, which were unveiled for the first time at E3. They're an entirely new faction in this war.
Yeah, and we cheated a little bit at E3. We moved some things out of order, so if you're watching at E3, you'll see this kind of jungle level, and you're introduced to these Promethean warriors in that jungle. You actually meet them one or two levels earlier in the real game, but it's going to be some of the same introductory pieces and vignettes that we show you. And like you said, they're the main new villain, and they're really a sort of class or a species of villains. We have the Promethean Knights that kind of run the show in terms of combat, and they're accompanied by Watchers, who are kind of a very strategic rather than tactical assistant to the Knights. And we have the Crawlers, which are a sort of pack animal-like artificial creature that makes your life incredibly difficult.
They all work together, and they're on this planet of Requiem. Why are they there?
Some of the creatures that you disturb when you're exploring Requiem are kind of almost like automated defenses, but there's going to be a pivotal moment in the plot where they switch from being an aggressive but automated defense to something that is a little bit more sinister, a little bit more directed, and you start to get the sense that there's some agency behind their behavior as you explore that level, and that is ultimately revealed to be the Didact.
Tell us about him, because he's someone, from the Halo fiction, like some of the fans, a sort of guest he might be in this game.
He's a character that's pulled from the somewhat deep, obscure fiction of our novels and the terminals from Halo 3, and he comes from a fairly mythical place in the universe almost, and was the most powerful general, the most powerful military leader in the entire galaxy, in the entire history of the galaxy, but 100,000 years ago. His persona is kind of a mixed bag. He's a heroic figure, he's a noble figure in history, and in some ways feels like a good guy, but he's much more complicated than that. And as you said, the tagline is "An ancient evil awakens," so whatever's awakening is obviously not friendly.
2009's Borderlands set players on the dusty deserts of Pandora, full of psychos, rednecks, and oh so many guns. Now Borderlands 2 invites you to see a wider, wilder side of the planet.
Wait a minute! You're not dead!
You'll choose one of 4 characters, each with unique abilities that change significantly as you dig deeper into skill trees, providing a number of different playstyles. Rather than retreading the same scenery, the story keeps you moving through snowy glaciers, glittering cities, and grassy highlands, while other environments are set aside for a more entertaining series of side quests. Strong personalities drive the experience from beginning to end, once teased mysteries are fleshed out, and it's clear that comedy is the prime directive.
You've helped a foolish old man look far more badass than he deserves.
The gun catalog is still the highlight of gameplay. With quirks distinguishing each manufacturer, there's a lot of room to experiment, and it's easy to organize gear as well. Likewise, shields and grenades have more varied functions, letting you find all new ways to survive the game's insane enemies. While you can play alone, it's made for co-op, with smart systems that let you find good matches, avoid repeating quests, and trade items more easily. Whether you're playing alone or with friends, everything about Borderlands 2 has been amplified and improved to make it more focused, more satisfying, and utterly hilarious, netting it a solid 9.2.
When we return, find out more about Halo 4's Spartan Ops mode with gameplay you haven't seen anywhere else. Plus, Amanda McKay chats with voice actor, YouTube sensation, and one moderately funny gamer, Jesse Cox. And stay tuned for a special Vita-related giveaway thanks to Nyko.